So this is Deathrattle Warlock, and this is a deck that Fog used to get to 268 Legend, and I really like this deck and thought it was creative because they run both the Naval Mine as well as the Selfish Shellfish. And the idea behind this is the Naval Mine is a little bit faster and does a maximum of 56 damage. So against classes that are generally faster and can't gain armor, so let's just say like Rogue and Hunter, the win condition of Naval Mine you can usually get off by around turn 8, but you also have the ability of the Selfish Shellfish against decks that gain a lot of armor like Druid and Warrior, where a little bit later on in the game, you can do upwards of 200 damage in Fatigue, and it basically gives you a win condition against every matchup in the game, unless you get rushed down, which sometimes happens. Most of the time. Like, they might run one copy, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say they probably don't even run one copy of it, to be honest. 23 damage to face and clear board sounds balanced. I did not miss lethal. No, I did not. No, I did, I think. I did miss lethal. Yeah, you're right. In that last game, yeah. I was playing around the wrong win condition. You are correct. We're gonna coin out Rune Mithrod, then the next turn it's gonna probably be dump some cards. So that way we can play Tamsin turn 6 pretty easily. But yeah, I did misplay. Because yeah. I always forget Selfish Shellfish draws them 2 cards. I was like, I make them draw 7 cards and they don't die, they survive. But no, it's 2. Like in my head, I want to tell you my thought process as to why I misplay this sometimes. In my head, the reason they draw 2 is because I play Tamsin's Phylactery and give them the Deathrattle twice. But no, the Deathrattle itself is draw 2 cards, giving it twice makes them draw 4 each, and I sometimes completely forget that. And I'll admit, not great. Putting that on top. I mean, that's fine. The only card we really don't want to lose is Tamsin. It's really the only card we care about. I think the time has come for us to play a bunch of cards, though. Because I want to be able to play this, I need to get down to 6 cards in a single turn. But he's not really going to play that many minions, so I feel like this is pretty easy. We just go,
It's taking so long.
I can get rid of Mortal Coil, I think. So we play that for sure. We go down to 8. We know to go down to 7 and then 6. And I mean, arguably, we could go down even further because we don't really need a lot of these cards, honestly. And then we're down to 6. We can go down to 5. We draw 6. We do this. We reduce the cost. It doesn't really matter, though. Like, we don't really need the healing. Maybe the Drain Soul was too much. But this just allows me to draw cards a little bit more liberally in the next couple of turns. Because he's not going to play anything. The only thing I have to worry about is Nelly, which is a 7-mana card. And even then, like, it's not that big of a deal. No, yeah, we live and we learn. I always mess up the Shellfish. I don't know why. I just can never keep track of the Shellfish, and I can never keep track of how much damage I'm going to do through mulligans. But, like, going back and recounting, I definitely would have had enough damage. Are you going to do a crafting guide this expansion? I did one at the beginning of the expansion, but obviously a lot of things have changed since then, so I probably will do another one. You are right. I probably should do that. Fell Rift? Interesting. Reduce the cost of these. Wicked Shipment. I mean, this is fine. We can trade this away. We can life tap. We're actually in a pretty decent spot here. What's your opinion on the new season? I mean, if you mean by new season, new expansion, I like the new expansion. It's pretty fun. Holy Hand Grenade video popped up in my recommended today. Oh my gosh. Dude, there's so many people who are getting that recommended out of nowhere that I'm thinking it might, like, boost it back in the algorithm, you know? Also, we're not drawing anything good. Like, the only card that could be considered good here that I've been drawing is the Wicked Shipment. No way. Oh, God. Okay, we got the Phylactery. That's actually huge. Okay, this makes it a lot more doable all of a sudden. Multicaster, not bad. It's not great, though, surprisingly enough. We do this. And we can trade away the Wicked Shipment after we do this, I guess.
Are you gonna clean
I guess we technically could have traded it first, but I just wanted to kill the board. I guess I could have gone Goldshire Knoll, but I have another entitled customer, so it's not that big of a deal. So we need to play a Fell spell. Okay, we'll probably play Fell this turn. And then play like Multicast or something. I don't know. We can go Fell, Fell, Touch. Goldshire Knoll will be 0, so there's no reason to not play it. Empty it out, play Multicaster. We'll draw 2 cards off of it. We haven't had the Shellfish or the Mine die, so we're actually at a pretty significant disadvantage right now. And Frozen Buffler, weird. I don't know if I agree with that. Like, even if you're gonna try to burst me down, what was the point? What?
one for me?
Oh, fuck. Okay, okay, hopefully we don't overdraw something really important. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, we don't want to overdraw Rune Mythorod or Tamsin. Everything else is pretty much fine. No, not the Shellfish either. 3 cards of the 15 we really don't want to lose. Shellfish, I think, is the most important. We lost a Fell Rift, thank goodness. We'll just go boom. Wait, you should still cost 0, my bad. Boom. We should draw 2 cards off of this. And then with the last little bit of mana, I guess we can touch the 3/4. And then we lose this so we don't end up overdrawing. We draw 2, we go to 10.
I've heard of it.
And then we just go bloop. Right here. Bloop. I mean, he could still go like Mr. Smite and absolutely obliterate me. He got himself another pirate, but I don't think he can burst me down. We can reduce the cost of everything in our hand by 1 immediately. I think we should be able to win the game in the next like turn or 2. I want to say 2 turns. 2 turns. This turn and then 2 more, so I guess 3 turns maybe. Because we haven't been able to draw the Shellfish. If we had the Shellfish already out there and died, this would be a much more winnable game. Thank you so much for the follow, Pris and Tat. Is there a good high leader Warlock deck? None of the Warlock decks are really that good. Dude, how many cards? How many cards are you reducing in cost? Oh my god! I'm losing it. I'm losing my mind. Mutanus, doesn't need anything super important. I mean, Multicaster actually is kind of like the most important thing for me to have lost there. But honestly, at the end of the day, it's still fine. Life tap, Hellfire. I mean, we need to save the other Hellfire, but we have another one in the deck. I mean, we haven't even drawn the Shellfish yet, so who even cares at this point? Not even like it really matters. Fell Rift, interesting. Drain Soul. We could also just Drain Soul that and leave the 2/3 and the 3/4 alive and save Hellfire at reduced cost so we can combo easier. Might be best. This summons 4. That's all we really need, so we don't need to trade this away anymore. Didn't really want to entitle customer though, by the way, because I wanted to do this and start drawing some cards, so. Yeah, because Hellfire kills off too many of my own minions. Let's just save Hellfire because it's a combo piece. And we should be able to win the game soon. We just need to draw the Shellfish. Like, as soon as we draw it, we're chilling. Cursed Warlock is doo-doo water. It's actually awful. Like, it can't win games. Against Cursed Warlock, what you do is when it looks like they're starting to try to combo, always keep 9 to 10 cards in your hand. Then they can never play their win conditions. Since they're Warlock, they've drawn more cards than you, so they're gonna lose in fatigue, and there's really not much they can do. Can you have full-blown Devil 3 times? I didn't want to do that because I need to start the Rune Mythorod so I can reduce the cost of more stuff. Like, theoretically, if I reduce the cost enough, I get the shellfish, I can play the shellfish and combo up on the same turn. Theoretically. Draw 5 cards. Yikes. You've been winning? One game I should have won, but I miscounted shellfishes, like how many cards were being drawn there. That should have been a win, so I'll count it. And then I lost a game against a tempo, like, buff paladin. And it just, this deck loses to that. It loses to big minions with Divine Shield, you know? Like, there's not really much it can do. Life tap. I'm still looking for the stupid shellfish, dude. Or the mine, anything at all, please. 1 full-blown evil, 2 full-blown evil, 3 full-blown evil. I guess probably works best here. Well,
It's taking so long.
we can go 1-2 double trade. And then heal up, actually. Let's just trade away some of these. It doesn't even matter at this point. We got Tamsin, that's cool. That's decent, actually, as well. That'll reduce the cost of everything immediately. You now cost 0, and then we can just go full-blown evil. Twice, I guess. And then just full-blown evil again. I'm really just looking for the stupid shellfish or the mine. Why can't I draw my win condition cards? Literally, this is why I lost one of the games too. I didn't draw, whatever. What to play Poison Reno Rogue from Hearthstone Replay? I played a Reno Rogue not too long ago if you want to check that out. This game is extremely frustrating. I've been trying to get the shellfish for so long. As soon as I get it to die, we win. As soon as that one specific card dies, we win the game. Naval Mine is no longer going to be enough damage to win the game, by the way. For those of you who didn't know, there's a finite amount of damage that this deck can do. Grimmer of Sacrifice, cool. Are you the shellfish? We are literally guaranteed the shellfish or the mine. We got the mine. Okay, that's a little bit, that's the worst of the two. That's the worst of the two, so we're not actually going to commit to it yet. We are literally guaranteed the shellfish next turn. It is literally our last card because we have tradables, okay? We win the game guaranteed in 2 turns. The fact that it's taken this long, though, is kind of ridiculous. The tier 1 decks right now, according to Hearthstone Replay, are... Sorry, 1 second. In top 1000 Legend, Control Warrior or Charge Warrior, they're both basically the same thing. Naga, Demon Hunter, and then tier 2, which are just basically the top 5 decks. It's gonna go Charge Warrior, Naga, Demon Hunter, Anaconda Druid, Control Warrior, Ramp Druid, and then no other decks have 50% win rate or better. I think I'm just dead. Son of a biscuit, dude! I literally can't play the stupid game! Oh, this is so frustrating. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to wipe the board with the entitled customer, and we just have to hope he doesn't gain too much armor.
Pick me!
Okay. This does make things a little bit more difficult. But I think we should be fine. What was I saying? In Diamond through Legend, it's Naga, Demon Hunter, Quest Hunter, Quest Warrior still 3rd. That's crazy. Mech Paladin, Holy Paladin, which is very similar to Control Paladin, by the way. Okay, again, we are guaranteed the shellfish this game, or this turn. Thank you so much for being competent! God.
Thank you for your service.
We can play a Hellfire if we want. We can also play Entitled Customer and Life Tap. Let's just do that.
Are you gonna clean that?
Okay, we literally have guaranteed our fucking win, okay? So just please let me win the game. That's all I ask. Even if he plays Kazakhstan and puts treasures in his deck, the game's still over. I wonder how much damage he's gonna take. Oh my god. How much negative HP can we get him? He knows that gaining armor here doesn't really do anything at this point, so I guess it's fine. Oh wait, he can't play the dragon because he burned Onyxia. And he didn't discover a dragon off of the amalgam, he just played, he got a Naga, which is pretty useless. I actually don't think he has a way of winning the game. What a stressful game this was, where literally our win condition was the very last card of our deck. You can look at the tier list yourself if you go to !tracker. And you can get Hearthstone Deck Tracker, and you can go to Hearthstone Replay, and it helps me out a ton. We're going to play Tamsin Rome. Then we're gonna do this. Then we're gonna do this. The Shellfish, obviously. We go Shellfish again. And then we drop Hellfire. We'll play the more expensive one, because why not? And let's see just how much damage he takes. And now we sit quietly and we increase the speed when this is edited. That's a lot of damage. Another perfect example of a mine-based matchup is Mage. Again, they don't have a lot of ways of gaining like a ton of armor. We like keeping Wicked Shipments in hand because we can just trade it away immediately and upgrade it. And I think I'm gonna get rid of both of these. Like, yes, Full-Blown Evil could be good against some early mechs or an early Naga or two. So I mean, I guess we can keep Full-Blown Evil, but we're getting rid of Multicaster for sure. Hellfire. We're probably going to use the first Hellfire for survival as well. Trade away Wicked Shipment. We already know that we're going to do that, just so we can upgrade it. And then Grimmer of Sacrifice is also going to be very good. We can do that on the mine. Excuse me. And if we do that on the mine, it can be really, really powerful. Because it automatically puts the Deathrattle into the pool. My hope is I draw a Rune Mithril Rod by turn 4 and I can coin it out. Because if this is Naga Mage, if they have the 2/5 Siren before I have the Rune Mithril Rod, I could just lose. However, that actually isn't true. That actually is a lie. Because if I have the Entitled Customer and I can coin that out the turn after they play the Siren, we actually don't lose. So I think the plan is to not do too much. Drain Soul's fine. If I life tap, I'm gonna have to coin out something so I don't die, so we'll just play the Naval Mine. Next turn, we can just heal for 7. And I mean, yeah, we're not life tapping as much, but I think that's fine. We can also just go like Full-Blown Evil and kill that real quick if we wanted to. My favorite card? Ooh! But also, I don't think I can really play that. If I coin it out, and then he pops off with the Sirens, I can't play this until next turn. So I think I have to coin this out and then play this after the fact. So let's just, like I said, heal up. We take 5 damage there, which is not great, actually. Is there a way I could not take 5 damage? I mean, I can go or I can go Full-Blown Evil. If I go Full-Blown Evil, I kill it off. It's just this next turn is obviously going to be the pop-off turn. I need to coin out you. So I'm pretty sure I'll heal 6, then take 5. Or I could just keep him from doing 5 in the first place. Let's just do Full-Blown Evil. Let's just do Full-Blown Evil. Because again, the healing isn't really going to do that much, right? And if he doesn't end up playing the Siren and popping off, we can go Rune Myth or Rod next turn, and then life taps. Okay, so here's the Siren. We have to play the Entitled Customer. We knew it was coming. He's gonna play 1 cost Naga, then a thing, 1 cost Naga, then another thing, or another spell, and he's basically gonna completely flood the board. That only draws him 1, though, because it doesn't count as a spell while in its hand, so that's nice. Another Naga. No, spell, sorry, draw 2. But favorite card, like, of all time? Or right now? Because of all time, my favorite card is Deathstalker Rexar. I just loved building beasts, and that was, like, the first card I used to get Legend. I used, the no minion hunter that revolved around the thing that, like, gave you 2 animal companions if you have no minions in your deck or whatever, which is pretty fun. I mean, theoretically, I could go like Hellfire, Coin, Drain Soul instead, and save the Entitled Customer. But I'm pretty sure we have to coin out Entitled Customer here. I'm pretty sure it's just too good, right?
Are you gonna clean that up?
We can play this next turn. I just need to hope he doesn't have the second Siren. If he doesn't have a second Siren, we're good. But even if he does, we go Hellfire, Drain Soul, and we can wipe it 1 last time if necessary. But I'm hoping he doesn't, so we have like a nice, easy turn where you can play Rune Myth or Rod and maybe start like scaling up a little bit. Wasn't it a 9-mana spell? There was a 6-mana spell that gave you 2 if you didn't have any spells, and then there was a 9-mana spell that just gave you 3 animal companions. I think it might have been all 3 animal companions. Yeah, there was a 6 and a 9-mana. There was a 6 and a 9-mana spell. And then there was the Spell Stone, which gave you a 3/3 wolf for every secret you played up until 4 secrets, I think. Maybe it was 5. And you could fill... No, it was 4. So you'd get 4 3/3 wolves out pretty early on, especially if you have the coin. You basically play... Because you start off with 1, and then you gain 1 more for every secret. So if you had the coin, you could go... coin secret turn 1, secret turn 2, secret turn 3... and then this on turn 4, and then I think it was nerfed. Or maybe it was 5 mana, and you played Secret 2, 3, 4, and then played it on 5. I don't know. There was a way that you did it, or that you were supposed to do it, and it was pretty alright. What are the spells that he got off of this? Do I know? I think one of them was First Sail, one of them was Draw, and one of them was Runed Orb, because he played Runed Orb right at the beginning. So he has something that can target minions, a Draw card, and a Runed Orb. I think it still has to be Rune Myth or Rod, though. And I'm not really sure where to go from here. I mean, we could theoretically maybe wipe the board. We can, like, Life Tap, Knoll, Grimmer of Sacrifice the Knoll, Drain Soul something important, like another Siren if we need to. Like, there are things we can do. It's just gonna be kind of hard. Yeah, Knights of the Frozen Throne. Yeah, those were some of my favorite sets. That, Unguro, and Kobolds and Catacombs, that was like the golden year for Hearthstone in my opinion. And that's when I actually started playing Constructed and not just Arena. It was around that time because I was like, oh, that seems fun. Let's test something. No talking in the game. We'll see if we win and don't misplay. But like the whole point why you guys come here is because of the talking and the conversation, right? And seeing like pretty good gameplay. Honestly, there are times when I'm like, I'm an idiot. But most of the time, I feel like it's pretty okay. Mortal Coil? Ooh, we could actually... No, we don't finish it this turn. But we can kill off at least 3 things here. We have to use a Hellfire to do it, though. So we life tap, this goes to 2. Then this is 2, and this is 1. So that'll be 7 mana, which is all we need. And we can kill off that. Then kill off that with the Grimmer of Sacrifice. We've already had the Mind die. So we basically already have the game won. We don't even need to worry about the Shellfish. So let's go life tap like I said. Multicaster will be good later. We play this. Then we Grimmer. And then we Mortal Coil the spell damage one. And we save Drain Soul for Drain Soul and Hellfire. Okay. Honestly, not bad. Like, it's not great, but we have more healing with the Spice Bread Baker. We have Hellfire, which can set up a multicaster. Everything is going to get reduced in cost by 1 anyway this next turn, which is great.
Anybody?
Okay. Another Zola? That's not good. Do I just Hellfire this next turn? Ice Barrier? That doesn't matter. We're never gonna attack him. Like, we're never gonna actually attack him, so. Multicaster. Life Tap. Drain Soul. Hellfire. Multicaster. That draws me 3, right? It better draw me 3, if I'm correct. And then Life Tap, and then we touch it, I guess, instead of Drain Soul. And then we Life Tap. And then we can Drain Soul this just to make sure we heal up a little bit more. Just in case, you know. I don't wanna somehow get bursted down and die. So we have Wicked Shipments, and it's 4. We've got Tamsin. All we need to do now is draw the Phylactery, and we win. Just keep doing things until they die. Yeah, makes as much sense as the next thing. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have played Drain Soul. I don't know. I didn't want to get bursted, but who's gonna burst me? Fudge. Of course I'm not gonna get bursted. It's fine. We can kill off basically everything still. We just go Drain Soul. We play Dreadlich Tamsin after, and we should be able to draw a touch or a full-blown evil to maybe kill up a couple of things at the end there. Or we just, you know, draw Tamsin's Phylactery and we win. I shouldn't have played the free Drain Soul. There's no reason to. Why that deck doesn't have burst. It's more value. I just need to focus on like how matchups work a little bit better, I think, honestly, and I'd be much better at the game. As soon as we draw the Phylactery, the game's over, though. So we just need to not die this turn. Also, again, the lack of burst is something that is a problem with this deck, right? So, I mean, if we just heal for 8 next turn, I mean, it's still fine. We got the Phylactery. Is that just game? I'm pretty sure it's just game, because we know it's Ice Barrier. So we go 1, 5, and that's gonna be 20 plus 20, that's 40 damage, right?
What is taking so long?
Boom, boom. We can even heal and get a little bit more damage, because that's only 2 mana. So that's 8. Might as well, you know? Mine. I guess we technically could have gone with another mine instead of healing, but whatever. We do the same amount of damage this way. And then Hellfire. And that's game. And see, this is why you go mine. Mine is good against decks that don't have armor and you need to combo a little bit faster. And the Shellfish is good against Druid and Warrior, which can get a crap load of armor. Perfect. And at the end of the day, this deck is literally 16 and 7. It's crazy. We're gonna keep Wicked Shipment. We're gonna keep Rune Mithril Rod, and we're gonna keep Tamsin's Phylactery because that's one of the more important cards. And the sooner we can get it reduced in cost, the better. The only problem is this makes a second Rune Mithril Rod play worse, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad. I would rather have both of the cards in my hand than not have them. The Naval Mine, I mean, I'll play it. It'll just be a card I use to get out of my hand. I'll probably play it, like I said, turn 4 or something. It doesn't really matter. We can trade Wicked Shipments and draw next turn. Draw, play this. Then turn 5, just play Rune Mithril Rod, and we're on our merry way. Like, that's fine. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the main thing is we don't want to lose the Shellfish to Mutanus. So basically, as soon as we play or draw Shellfish, our #1 priority should be trying to play the Shellfish. Let's trade this away because it can upgrade and destroying a weapon might like actually be useful. Tamsin would also suck to lose, but if we make him draw 14 cards, depending on how many cards he draws, 14 might be enough. Oh my gosh, he's getting a lot of armor already. Okie dokie. Life tap again. And then we could just play Naval Mine. Then we play Rune Mithril Rod. And I mean, we're reducing the cost of Tamsin and Tamsin's Phylactery. I'm pretty sure we're good to go starting now. I'm pretty sure from this point on, we're pretty much chilling. We just need to not get super outvalued. Like, if those cards right there are absolutely nuts, we could straight up lose. But if they're just like gain armor, yeah, we win. The game's over. He's already almost out of cards. He lost. All that basically means is it's a guarantee that we don't win the game through the mine. Like, the mine's just not going to do enough damage, but you didn't get sick value. I mean, I guess one of those cards could still be like Onyxia or Mutanus. Like, there is still a world where we could get absolutely thrashed, but I'm going to say that that's not likely. I need to empty out my hand as much as possible here.
So long.
More bones to gnaw on.
I need to empty my hand as much as possible. We're probably going to do that, and then we're going to play Spice Bread Baker to heal up a little bit, and then probably just... I don't think it really matters. I need to empty my hand straight up so I can play the Tamsin, but I'll just trade this away for now, I guess. Like, there's no reason to not do that. Like, this is fine. This is perfectly fine. I mean, if he plays Mutanus, we lose Tamsin, but again, he still draws 14 cards, which isn't bad. But maybe I should try to keep more... You know what? I messed up. What I need to do starting now is just not play minions. Like, Multicaster, don't get me wrong, he's cool and all, but he's not really that good. We can draw 2 cards here. We'll just draw 2. We played a Shadow. No, we haven't played have we played a Shadow? Wait, did we play a Shadow spell yet? Worst case scenario, this draws me 1 card. It might only draw me 1, but I don't really care that much. Wicked Shipment, that's fine. It only draws me 1, but it's, again, not that big of a deal. We're not going to need healing in this matchup, but we might need draw. We're just trying to empty out my hand so you can play Tamsin next turn. Literally, like, the only thing that matters to me at this point. Nothing else really does. I mean, yeah, Mutanus could suck. We just traded away our weapon, so that kind of is unfortunate, but who cares? Okay, draw 3 more cards. The Shellfish, yay! Okay, we can actually kill this off. We want to kill this off as quickly as possible. And then we win the game next turn, actually. So we do this. Then the Shellfish becomes 3. We play this, and then we Grimmer of Sacrifice the Shellfish. And we should be able to win the game in, like, a turn or 2, honestly. No, we don't have Hellfire yet. Okay, we don't have Hellfire yet. That's fair. But it's pretty close to being G. We destroy this, make him draw 2 cards. We hold on to Mistress of Mixtures as another thing we can use with Tamsin. Also, it stops a Mutanus play potentially. And then as soon as we draw Hellfire, we just commit and we win the game. Because we're going to make him draw like 30 cards. No, we can make him draw 24 cards. And then we win. What is the win rate of this so far? I am 16-7, and if I win this, I'm 17-7.
Pick me.
I've run a couple of different iterations of this deck. I've run the Mine version. I've run specifically the Mill version, and I'm running this version with one of each just to see if that changes anything. And it's been going pretty okay. All of them have gone pretty okay. This draws me 2 cards. Let's draw a card off of this for 0 mana. We got Hellfire. Does that just mean we win? Like I said, I think we win. We make him draw 28 cards, which means he draws 15 in Fatigue. He's just dead, right? He's just dead. We go boom. Then we go boom and boom. It doesn't even really matter at that point. We play this. We get it back. We're going to make him draw a buttload of cards, and I'm pretty sure he's just dead here. To be fair, I got lucky because he did not have a very good He had a really, really bad from the depth. Like, all the things were armor base, which means he didn't really, like, have any way of pushing. Like, if he had gotten a Nelly or a Mutanus or an Onyxia, this entire game could have ended differently. But luckily for us, he didn't. And especially if they don't get that. Even if he did, we drew all the cards fast enough to where we probably could have still OTK'd him even if he had gotten something like a Onyxia or some other, like an early Nelly or something. Because he had decent removal as well. So I was worried, do we have enough damage? We easily had enough damage. I think it's one more. And we do like 100 damage to him, poor guy. Wow. Not bad. Deck's kind of broken. Confirmed.